the #1 long-form writer that helps SEOs outrank competition at the click of a button using real-time research and NLP. Start ranking content today with contentatscale.ai.
Wix Studio, one end-to-end web creation platform for your agency to deliver exceptional work with absolute efficiency.
Hello everyone, and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to come and listen to the three of us talking about personal development, which is clearly really, really important to us. And thank you for both of your talks as well. So, name is Tazmin Suleman. I'm a coach, a trainer, also a podcaster, and I work really closely with the SEO industry to help people advance their careers, but not at the risk of their lives, in harmony with their lives. So I'm going to talk about the most important algorithm you need to understand, and saying it right now, it's not Google. You might think it's Google, but it's not Google. But before I embark on that, I want to take you on a little journey. So beginning of 2021, when the UK went into its third lockdown, I was working in Argos in the SEO team, and we were being encouraged to take time off. So I decided I was going to take myself to a well-being retreat in Kerala. They had, everything that a well-being retreat by the beach would have: the sun, the sand, the sea, but they also had a program called Project U, and they promised me that at the end of that week, I was going to be revitalized in my mind, my body, my spirit, and I really needed that. If anybody remembers what it was like in lockdown, I was exhausted, working from home. Work was really tough, and on top of it, we had challenges with the healthcare system. At the time, I was privileged enough to be able to care for my mother-in-law, who had lost her sight. She had dementia, and I needed some time. I really needed some time. So I went to this retreat, and I don't know if anybody's wondering, how did I manage to get to Kerala during lockdown? Anybody wondering that? Well, I'd have to come clean. I wasn't really in Kerala. I was in Milton Keynes. But Kerala was where I was in my head. It's where I wanted to be. But the rest of you, I promise that wasn't my only fib of the talk. I had taken a week off. I had Project U. In fact, I'd written Project U for myself. So I started, I had a schedule. I woke up in the morning, I went into the balcony, I enjoyed the sun, drank coconut water, because that's what you do when you're in Kerala. And I also did things like reflecting, recharging, and by the end of Tuesday, my mind and my body just felt wonderful. However, the next day, my manager called me and said, "Tazmin, you need to dial into this call." And when you know something isn't quite right? I watched in horror as it was a meeting about the company restructuring, redundancies, and one of them was me. If anybody has been through that situation, emotions are all over the place. And I woke up the next morning feeling tired and drained and awful. But I had a choice. Do I carry on complaining and crying? Or do I go back to Kerala? I chose Kerala. But it had shifted. My mindset had shifted then, because yes, I was recharging and I was doing all of those wonderful things of reading and thinking and journaling. But my mind started looking to the future, because maybe, just maybe, this was a new opportunity. Maybe, I was 54 at the time, and I had started in my mind thinking, I've got 10 years left, 11 years left, just keep in employment till you get to that finish line of retirement. I had a vague idea of what I was going to do then, but what if 54 wasn't the beginning of the end? What if it was the beginning of something exciting? Because I don't know about you, but have you ever felt like there's more to life than this? Yes, you're good at your job and life seems to be ticking away nicely, but maybe, just maybe, there is something more. I started asking myself questions like, what would a life of no regrets look like? Because the reality is we have one life as us, and no one's getting out of here alive. What do you want your life to look like? What did I want my life to look like? And I went to the old-fashioned method of vision boarding. Remember vision boards, everyone? This is what my looked like. I was writing, I was speaking, I was helping, I was teaching. I was advancing my spiritual journey, and I was putting those the stones in the lake and let the ripples go where they went. But I had then turned Project U into a program for other people because it had helped me, it was going to help them. That's what my ideal life looked like. I even had a business card. I was going to be a coach, I was going to be a speaker, and I was going to be an author. How did I feel looking like that? At that, I felt excited, and I felt like there is hope. But often things get worse before they get better. In June, my job ended. In July, my mother-in-law passed away, and I spent most of August in bed, sad, lonely, depressed, because I didn't feel like I had a purpose. But I was lucky enough to have a really supportive husband who reminded me that this is that opportunity. What do you want to do with your life? And I remembered my vision board again. And I got to the task of making those dreams into reality. Did it happen? Did it heck? I signed up to be an accredited coach. I opened up my own coaching business. I turned Project U into my coaching program, Revitalize. I podcast with my good friend Sarah McDowell, and together with Jack Chambers-Ward, we do live podcasts because we want to help people thrive in their careers and in their lives. I also get the chance to work with charities and help women who perhaps won't have the opportunity to get access to me. And on my own personal journey, I was blessed to go to Makkah this year, and we were graced with our 3rd grandchild. You know what? I feel happy, I feel energized, but more importantly, I feel happy as me, and I'm at peace with me and my life. That's a big deal. That was something I never had. So now my question is to you. We've heard about my story, now it's your story. So if you've got something to write on and write with, whatever method you're using, I invite you to take this opportunity. So my question is, are you living a life of no regrets? And if not, maybe it's time to update your algorithm. We're going to start now, we're going to do it together. Very simple method. You've got, in your algorithm, you've got some inputs, you've got some processes, you've got some outputs, and you've got, for those people who review, your review process. We'll go through each in turn. Inputs. This is everything that you consume for your physical and mental body and well-being. So normal stuff. Are you eating well? Are you drinking well? But more importantly, your emotional inputs. What are you reading, listening to, watching? Is it elevating you? The circle of people around you, are they people that you're going to be able to shine in front of, or are you keeping yourself small because you're conforming to what they want you to be? And your physical environment, is it helping you gain success? So if you have health goals, what's your fridge contents look like? If you've got goals to achieve, what's your working environment look like? So all of this helps you with your mental and physical health because they are your biggest responsibility and your biggest asset. Without your physical and mental health, you won't be able to do anything. Think of anything that you do today that you consider valuable. Would you be able to do it without these two? No, you wouldn't. All right, next is your processes. This is everything that makes you you. I can't go through all of this in 20 minutes, or 11.14 now. But at the end, there's a QR code that will take you through the whole of this process with lots of self-reflection questions that you can answer. But what is your story? What is the story that you are telling yourself? What's your mindset like? What do you believe about yourself? All of this, the more optimized you are about yourself, the more optimized you are about what you want to do and where you want to go, the more energetic you're going to feel about life. You're going to leap out of bed instead of thinking, oh no, another day. Because when you know who you are and what you want, every day feels energized because you're excited about that day. Now we're going on to the outputs. I want to invite you to close your eyes or reflect in your own way. You're in a hot air balloon. That's your life. And in a hot air balloon, you've got sandbags around the edges, and the sandbags will weigh you down. What is weighing you down? Start thinking about what's on those sandbags. It could be how you feel about yourself, your responsibilities, your inner chatter, what people are expecting of you. All of those things are weighing you down. And then you've got the fuel that's lifting you up. These are your dreams, your aspirations, your joy, your happiness. Ask yourself, are you sinking or are you soaring? And with that process in your mind, we go to the review element. Where are you and what are you going to do next? Some people will say, I'm not going to do anything, and often doing nothing seems like the easiest and the quickest thing to do. But what's the cost of doing nothing? Up to now, have there been things that you've wanted to do and have done nothing? What does that cost you? Or are you going to do something? And that can feel harder. And yes, it is. You can do the easy thing and have a tough life, or you can do the tough thing and have an easier life. Choice is yours. Ask yourself, if I did something, where could I be in 4 months' time? End of the year. What could your life look like if you decided to change now? Change takes time, but the decision to change takes a second, and you've got the ability to make it now. So I'm going to help you. We're going to start the process. For anybody who doesn't want to do it, bear with me for another 8 minutes and 26 seconds. For those who do, take advantage of that time. It's for you. So I'm going to go through what the Revitalize program talks about. 3 steps: reflect, recharge, relive. 3 very simple steps, but they changed my life and they could change yours. Step number 1, reflect. Give yourself time to start noticing yourself. How did your day go? What did you do in that meeting? How did you react when your child said something to you? How good are your relationships? What I would encourage you to do is at the end of each day, take 15 minutes, just 15 minutes, and reflect on how your day went. And ask yourself, you can ask yourself many questions. Again, as I said, there's a QR code that will take you to some questions that it'll help you. But 3 things. What went well today? I know you hear people banging on about gratitude, but there's a reason. It helps you feel grounded. It helps you appreciate what you have. If you want more, but you're not appreciating what you've got, why would you appreciate what you got if you even had more? Ask yourself, what went well today? Give yourself a pat on the back. I talk about a win jar. Have a clear jar next to your bedside table, and every day write 1 thing. It could be as simple as, I walked on the stage without falling over. Write it, put it on a piece of, put it in the jar. As the month progresses, you will see all of your wins get higher and higher, and you will feel good. At the end of the month, open it up. So if you can't do anything else, do the win jar. Step number 2, ask yourself, what did I learn today? Read every day. Learn something new every day and tie your self-esteem with the habit of learning. So when you go to bed and ask yourself, what did I learn? You can say something to yourself. You're no longer attaching your self-esteem to other people. You're in control. And the 3rd question, what didn't go so well today? What do I wish I did differently? Don't go to bed with those negativity thoughts, whirring in your mind. Say, it's okay, Tazmin. All right, maybe you forgot to say a few of the lines that you wanted to say, but no one died. Next time, I will just say it better. Go to bed knowing that you've done a good job. And the reason I talk about, journaling so much, journaling is so powerful. Yes, have the win jar, but if you can journal your thoughts, even better, because what journaling forces you to do is think. That process of thinking and writing is so powerful. And the process of reflecting is powerful because you get to know yourself. Self-awareness is the door into improving your life, and journaling is the one that locks the key. Next step, recharge. We talk about not being able to pour from an empty cup, and it's true, Ryan mentioned it. You have to. It isn't something that you do every now and then, so start building it into your life every day. Think about your phone. Today you know that your phone is going to be used so much more. You will have charged it in the morning. You will check, where's my charge? 77%, oh, I'm okay. 20%, oh, I better find somewhere to charge my phone. And if you didn't charge it and it went to 0, who would you blame? Yourself. So when you get to 0, who's responsible? You. 3 steps. Find some quick energizers. What is something that you can do and you instantly feel great? For me, it's stepping outside into my garden or giving my husband a hug. He puts up with it. Poor man. I need another hug. But what is it? Think of it, something that's going to take you 5 minutes. And you might think, oh, 5 minutes isn't long. But if I gave you £5, would you throw it in the bin? No, don't waste your 5 minutes. So quick energizers. The next thing is build it into your diary. What are you going to do each month that's going to really fuel you up? If it's not scheduled, it's not happening. And the third thing, morning routine. Again, something people bang on about. I'm not telling you to wake up at 4 and jump into an ice bucket. I'm really not. But practice, try different things. What works for you? Because if you can spend even 15 minutes in the morning before everyone has hijacked your day to work on your physical and mental health, your day is going to be so much better. Self-care is not a luxury you use when you're broken. It's something that you do every day that will keep you from breaking. Okay, relive. Whatever it is that you want to do in your life, whatever it is you want to achieve in your life, you can do it. I did it. Honestly, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I'm a 56-year-old, 5 foot tall, Asian Muslim woman, grandmother of 3. You lot have got no excuse. I'm absolutely sure I'm the oldest person in this room. So, and I started at 54. Is anyone older than 54? I feel it. You might feel it, but if you feel it and I don't, ask yourself the question, why? Maybe it's because I'm living the life I want to live. So nobody is over 54. You can all start today. 2 years' time, you can all have a different life. But ask yourself, 3 things to ask yourself. Who do I need to help me get there? Can you do it on your own? Absolutely, you can. Will it be easier with somebody who sees more in you, that will hold you accountable, who will keep you motivated? Yes, it will. So find out, who do you need? Ask yourself, what do I need to learn? Build a curriculum, get some books, schedule it in. And then the third question is, what do I need to do? And the simple answer is, you need to act. And action is hard, because action takes you out of your comfort zone. But again, if I can do it, anyone can do it. We hear about this term about, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Reframe it. Get comfortable with being excited. Get comfortable with knowing that you are taking one step closer to where you want to be. Because here's the truth. Comfort is not your friend. It keeps you from the things you are meant to be doing. It keeps you from the things that you are meant to contribute to the world. So, summary. Reflect, recharge, relive. 3 simple steps, huge impact. I want to leave everyone in the room with this, because I know it's true. You are doing better than you give yourself credit for. And you have more potential than you allow yourself to believe. Take the step. Download the guide. If you want another life, a different life, you know where I am. Thank you.
Monthly reporting making you want to shove sharp things up your nose? try Dragon Metrics, the all-in-one SEO software with mind-blowing reporting tools.